Located in the heart of downtown Kalamazoo, Tempo Vino Winery is a unique experience for wine lovers from the curious novice to the seasoned connoisseur. Not only can you stop in and sample wines at the tasting bar, now through September 30th, save 15% when you make your own wine.
Okay, first of all, I just want to thank all of you for being here. Then I want to thank our fans. I really do. Impressive turnout. 0-14. You come in here and that student section's close to being full. It says a lot about what we're doing. We're winning individual battles. We're winning little battles. I know we're not winning the war. You can raise your eyebrows and roll your eyes. I understand that. But we are winning little battles. But I want to thank our fans. I want to thank Bronco Nation. Because this program is on the rise. And I know a lot of people don't see it. I know you don't see it. It's called faith. You can't see faith. It's coming. I want it just as everybody else. I want it just as quick as everybody else. Trust me. No one likes losing more than me. I hate losing. No one hates losing more than me. I promise you. But we got to get better. Way too many holding calls. Way too many big plays called back. And, I thought we did a better job executing in the run game. I think Brian Fields had 100 yards. But then, like I said, we didn't play Corey Davis. We put Corey Davis on the shelf. So, you're 5 receivers into it already. And then you're playing your 6, 7, 8s, and I thought they did a great job to come in, and they made some plays. Kendrick Roberts made some plays, Schaefer made some plays, but when it all comes down to it, we didn't make enough plays. We didn't get enough stops on defense. They were able to run the ball on us, and especially that big back, and then Archer's back, and they got to give you that 1-2 punch, and they did a good job of spreading us out and getting us in space, and we didn't make enough plays in space. But again, we are getting better. We got better at some things we weren't good at last week. And I know it's tough to see that, but we did. I love those kids. I love coaching those kids. And we're just going to get better. So with that, I'll open up with questions. We didn't want to turn the ball over. And I think we have to play to our team's strengths. And every season's going to be that way. I think every good coach does that. Jim Tressel, I think, was the best at that. Jim Tressel, we went to the national championship, and we were more of almost a spread team. 4 NFL receivers, a Heisman Trophy quarterback, but when he won the national title, he was like a 22 personnel, running the football, power, downhill. He played to his players' strengths. And I think our offensive staff's done a nice job of that. I know we're not lighting up the scoreboard, but like you said, there wasn't a turnover in the first half. When we've lost games, we've given points. You look at Northwestern, you look at Michigan State, you look at Iowa, we've given people points. Tonight, I don't think we gave them points. They earned it. They just beat us. And that's not any easier, but I think it at least shows that we're doing the right things. And the one pick we did, and we were running the ball, we had it. It was just a little underthrown. And, we got to be better there. We got to be able to make that throw.
It seemed like the running game was doing pretty well in the first half, opening things up, but you were 3 for 6 passing. What's going on with opening getting receivers open and getting stuff with that when you're getting 100-yard rushers?
Okay. Again, we've got some. There's a as you kind of go down the depth chart. Like I said, we need team speed. We got to get some guys that can get down the field. And defenses know that, right? So we got to be able to be better in our technique. We got to be able to get off man coverage. There were times they were stuck on us. Then we did hit some passes. We did. I know we were 3-6, but then we had 2 holding calls that called back 20 plus yard plays. And who knows what happens after that. We wanted to run the ball and then mix in the pass, and we did a good job of that. But I think 2 of our big passes were called back. And when that happens, that just kills you. Then you get into a 3rd and 15, and you're going to throw the football. Well, everybody in the stadium knows you're going to throw the football, right? And then we just got to be better at getting open. We do. We have to get better at getting open.
Like you said, the 8 penalties really hurt, especially the after the play, 15-yarders, those types. What do you do discipline-wise to fix that next week?
Well, we don't never teach it. We got to handle our emotions, and I think what happens with the team that hasn't won and they're pressing a little bit to win, it becomes the result. You can't focus on the result. It's very hard for everybody, whether that's our fans or whether that's us or coaches or players. You can't worry about the result, and there's times they get frustrated. We got to eliminate that, and that starts with me. And we never allow them to do it in practice. We control our emotions, let the other guy get tired, let the other guy do things, and usually we're pretty good with that. And tonight I think they were pressing a little bit and felt like they had to. I don't know why they retaliated, but usually it's the second guy that gets caught. And There's some guys that are young and inexperienced and haven't played much football and are making those type of bonehead mistakes. And we had one with Donald that surprised me a little bit, and, with him playing so much football. But that stuff will kill you, and it did. Holdings and unsportsmanlike conducts. Yeah, it's not who we are. You know.
So I think at halftime you tried to give an explanation for the clock run off. Did you get one? Did you ever get one?
No. No.
Did you ever see anything like that before?
Nope. Part of the game, I guess. You know, I'm not going to get in with the officials and have Bill call me or anything. They officiate, we play, and I'll ask for it later on. It wasn't. I don't think it was a big play, but I'll ask for it later on.
You gonna send it in for review?
Yeah, I always send in plays for review, and they do a great job. Our league does a tremendous job of getting plays back into us and exactly why. They can't go back and change it, right? But they do a tremendous job. Bill does a wonderful job at getting things back to us. So I know I'll send my stuff in. Paul Haynes is going to send his stuff in, and we'll get explanations then.
Did you guys have plans to do something differently had that not happened?
I think, you always every scenario presents a different situation. So maybe a little bit. We would have done probably something else. But we'll see.
Kent State had their big playmaker back tonight, Tree Archer. You guys were without really your big playmaker this season. Did you see that just in some of the things that they were able to do and you weren't able to do tonight?
Well, again, we have to go to our players' strengths, and when we have guys that, I think Kendrick Roberts had a big play tonight. That's wonderful for that kid. Here's a kid who hasn't played much football at all, and comes in there has a big play, and it's tremendous for him. And Darren Duncan, you saw him a little bit tonight, and but I think it comes down to like I said, players win you games. There's a reason why people have really good players, and you rely on those guys. And then I thought we had some guys really step up though. A guy like Kendrick took the spot of Corey Davis, but when you're without Corey, you're without Jamie Wilson and Braverman and Justin Collins, and I can go on and on and on about there's no woe is me, but I can go on and on about what we don't have. It's not about what we don't have, it's about what we do have, and I thought Kendrick did a tremendous job. But I can't tell you I wasn't hoping that maybe he would take one more week off, be really healthy for whoever they play next week, but they didn't do that. He's a phenomenal player. He really is. He's a really good player. He just can do so much, and he makes it tough for the defense to make an actual a call against it, because you want to take away one thing, next thing you know he doesn't line up as a wideout. And they move him around, do a tremendous job.
You guys obviously got hurt by a couple of really good playmakers on Kent State this week. Going into Toledo next week, they've got a bunch of guys on the field that can do that. How do you attack an offense like that that's got so many guys that can spread out on
Well, I think the first thing starts with just doing our job. I think you're going to find as we go through the film, if some guys didn't do their job again, we're out of a gap. We don't look at we don't train our eyes. We don't keep our eyes on our guy. We don't deny our man the ball. I think you start with that. Just do the basics. Every defense when it's sound works. Everyone in the country when it's sound. Every defensive coordinator comes back in the day before. Why the heck did he do that? Where's he going on here? Every coordinator does that. So we got to start with the basics. We got to start with the scheme, and then we'll develop into special things that take certain players away. But I know that I'm very aware they have a lot of them, and we got a wonderful challenge ahead of us. But I know this: we're going to keep digging. If we have to dig another week, we're going to keep digging another week. We're just going to keep digging until this foundation has to be set. And but again, I love those kids. I do love them, and they give me everything they have.
Brandon, did Coach Tuberville reach out to you?
No, he didn't. Nope, but their athletic director did. Like I said, we weren't looking for any type of response. That's one thing. All we did was ask for permission, and they gave us permission, and we wanted to do it. And, I can't imagine what the families over there are feeling. Their football team, the Fleck family. Our hearts and prayers go out to them. We'll always think about them. This game will always connect us in Cincinnati somehow, some way, especially with me, especially for all the parents. I think we can understand that a little bit more than maybe some of the players. But like I said, our hearts and thoughts and prayers are with the whole Cincinnati family, and God bless them.
Thank you, Joe.
You bet. Row the boat.